Let me ask you something. Are you working flat out but feel like your electrical business has just hit a wall? If you're crazy busy but not actually getting any richer, then you're in the right place. We're going to talk about the one simple system that separates the struggling from the successful. Standard operating procedures, or as we call them, SOPs. Let's get right into it. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll talk about that frustrating plateau that so many of us hit. Then, I'm going to show you exactly how SOPs are the answer, why they actually work to boost your bottom line, and a step-by-step plan to get them in place. And you're definitely going to want to stick around for a killer pro tip to make sure these systems work on-site, not just on a piece of paper.
All right, let's kick things off with the contractor's plateau. You know the feeling, right? You're on the tools from dawn till dusk, the van's racking up the miles, but the business itself, it just feels like it's spinning its wheels in the mud.
Does that sound familiar? Your calendar is jam-packed, you are constantly on the move, putting in some serious hours, but when you look at the bank account at the end of the month, the numbers just don't reflect all that sweat and hard work. It's frustrating. See, this right here is the growth plateau. It's that point where you are the bottleneck in your own business. You get so caught up in the day-to-day chaos of installs, quoting, and paperwork that there is zero time left to actually work on the business. It can only grow as big as what your own two hands can do, and honestly, that's just a recipe for burnout. So how in the world do you break that cycle? Well, it's not about working harder. I know you're already doing that. It's about working smarter. It's about building systems that let your business run like a well-oiled machine, even when you're not there micromanaging every single detail. And this, my friends, is where SOPs completely change the game. Now, don't let the name fool you. Standard operating procedure might sound like some boring corporate jargon, but it's not. Just think of it as your business's playbook. It's all about taking that priceless knowledge and experience that's stuck in your head and putting it into a simple step-by-step guide so your team can get things done the right way every single time. And we're not talking about reinventing the wheel here. We're talking about the stuff you do every day. What's the exact bulletproof process for a consumer unit replacement to meet BS 7671? How do you conduct a site visit that absolutely wows the client? How do you chase up quotes without feeling like a nuisance? Documenting these things is the first real step to building a truly professional operation. Okay, so you write some stuff down. Big deal, right? How does a folder full of documents actually put more money in your pocket? Well, let's break down exactly how this impacts your bottom line, because it really does. First off, and this is a big one, consistency kills mistakes. Think about it. Every single callback you have to do to fix something, that is pure profit just leaking out of your business. A clear, documented process means the job gets done right the first time, protecting your margins and your hard-earned reputation. Next up, it makes your team faster. They become more efficient. When everyone on the crew knows the best way to do a task, there's no time wasted scratching heads or trying to figure things out on every job. That means you can get more jobs done in a week, which directly, and I mean directly, increases your revenue.
And here's the one you might not expect. It completely transforms your brand. A systematic, organized approach builds incredible trust with customers. All of a sudden, you're not just a Sparky in a van anymore. You're seen as a professional operation. And that perception of quality, that's what allows you to confidently charge what you're actually worth.
So let's be crystal clear about this. This isn't about creating paperwork just for the sake of it. SOPs are a direct strategy. They make your business more efficient, more professional, and most importantly, way more profitable. It's that simple. All right, I get it. This all sounds great in theory, but where do you actually start? It's not as scary as it seems, I promise. Here's a super simple 5-step plan to get this done. Okay, step 1, document everything. Just pick one key task this week and write down the steps. Don't aim for perfection, just get it on paper. Step 2, train your team. Get everyone together and get them on the same page. Third, and this is super important, use visual aids. Think simple diagrams or quick videos. 4, regularly review. Your processes should evolve and get better over time. And finally, number 5, enforce accountability. Make it clear that following the process is your company's standard for quality work. Now for the most important part. How do you make sure all these brilliant new systems don't just end up in a binder collecting dust on a shelf? This pro tip right here is the absolute key to making it all stick. Look, don't just rely on long, boring text documents that nobody's going to read. Create a simple flowchart for scheduling a job. Shoot a quick video on your phone showing the right way to test the circuit. Laminate a safety checklist and stick one in every single van. The key is to make your SOPs visual, simple, and accessible right there on the job site. That is how you guarantee they actually get used.
So, I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Forget trying to systemize your entire business this weekend. That's just overwhelming. Instead, what is the one single process you can document this week? Just one. Start there. That first small step is how you begin to build a business that finally works for you instead of the other way around.